everybody. Welcome back into Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We're talking, Nicholls State University. Jerad David is the Director of Communications over at the university. So thanks so much for being here. I guess this is kind of academically a slower kind of time of the year.
Certainly.
You got summer school and intersessions going on, but still a lot of big men on campus, right? And big physically and big in stature when you talk about the Mannings coming to town. So this is camp week, and got a lot of excitement going on. So we got the lineman camp that's finishing today, right?
That's right.
On a Tuesday, and that started. That was a 3-day event, I think. And then you get the Mannings, the pretty boys coming to town. The receivers and the quarterbacks coming to town on Thursday, and that'll run for the end of the week. And it's always a great time. So Nicholls has to be so proud to be able to put on these two big events.
We really are. And as you said it, summer, we do have students for summer, but most of those classes are online for summer. So we don't see a lot of students on campus during the summer, but campus is really active in the way of the camps that we put on. We have, all the way from the littles doing day camp, all the way up to, as you said, the big boys on the line. So Louisiana Line Camp was on campus this week. They had a record crowd. Coach Jerad and his crew always do a great job hosting that group. I think they had over 600.
Over 600. And those guys come as a group. Like they'll come in 5 or 10 guys, on offense and defensive linemen. They'll come in from high school.
They'll come in as a unit from high school and work together and learn together. And so I had the opportunity to go out there yesterday afternoon and kind of watch them.
Nice and cool for them.
It was just a nice, breezy 98-degree day. I felt so bad for those poor guys, sweating it out, but still putting in the work. So I applaud them. Great to see those young men learning in high school. But as you said, the quarterbacks and the receivers and the running backs come in on Thursday with the Manning group. So we've had the opportunity to host the Manning Passing Academy for, I think we're in the 18th year on our campus, hosting that camp, and I've been involved with it for, I think this is my 16th year.
Yeah.
So always great to see those guys come back and year after year see those elite college quarterbacks come in, and it's always fun to see what talent is going to come in and be part of their coaching staff.
No doubt. We always say it, if you're going to have a number one pick in the draft, they're going to come through Thibodeau.
That is right.
And a lot of them are always here. This year, Bryce Young's going to be here, of course, the Heisman Trophy winner out of Alabama. C.J. Stroud, Dennis Leary out of North Carolina State, Will Levis out of Kentucky. And anybody that's come through here, even Joe Burrow, right? We didn't know Joe Burrow was going to be that when he was here.
That's right.
Obviously, he blew up in 19. It's like a rite of passage to kind of learn from the Mannings, not only how to play quarterback, how to carry yourself and do that. And I think there's 50 or something coach campers that
coaching staff,
the counselors will be here, along with 1,200 athletes that are coming in.
That's right. So they bring in 1,200 young men every year to be part of that camp, and they put a limit for a reason. And several years back I asked, why don't we grow this camp? And they have a specific number that they like to keep it at,
so they can
keep it sort of an intimate sort of camp that they get the opportunity, and those campers get the opportunity to work with a Peyton Manning or an Eli Manning is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
So to have that right here in Thibodeau, and as you said, to have some of the perennially number one draft picks come through our campus in Thibodeau every year is pretty special.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of guys that come through as campers, and then they get hot and they in college and they come through as counselors, so a lot of guys remember both sides.
I can say right now, hot in the NFL, Cooper Kupp.
Right.
I'm pretty certain Cooper Kupp came through as a camper.
Right.
And then moved up in the college ranks and came in as a counselor. Right. And now is doing great things in the NFL.
Right.
So it's always cool to see those sorts of success stories. Russell Wilson is another one that stands out in my mind.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, every guy that's been drafted number one for the last 15 years has come through this camp.
That's right.
And come through Thibodeau. So it's awesome. And it's a big NFL secret that a lot of the guys that cover NFL football come to this camp.
Yes.
I know Chris Mortenson's always here.
He's here every year.
Which will help Thibodeau, right? And when you talk about economic impact, Like, it's a great time to go out to the restaurants around Thibodeau. You're going to see exciting people, big time people.
That's right.
You might even see them at the Goose and Roxas and
I
Renee's,
can almost
right?
promise you're going to see them at the Goose and
So it's good for
Roxas.
economic impact, right?
So we estimate that it annually brings in $1.8 million for our region. And those numbers come from the South Louisiana Economic Council, who from the very beginning was integral in getting that camp here. And Mr. Vic LaFont has done a great job at keeping that relationship with the Mannings going and ensuring that our economy here gets that little boost every summer.
Yeah, it really is awesome. I go back with Archie. I make a joke. He always laughs. But I was 14, I guess. My brother was getting married. I went on his bachelor party. We snuck into the foundry, and Archie was there. They were having training camp in Thibodeau, right?
That's
the
right.
Saints were. Him and Derlin Moore were there. So I went out. I was like all freaked out. He goes, dude, don't tell me you were 14. You make me feel really old,
That's
for when I was
funny.
playing. So, but it's a great way to reach out and touch guys, and they're normal dudes. They're real good guys.
They really are normal, just really normal people and down to earth. And it's so great to get that opportunity to interact with those guys on the sidelines. But then, after camp is over, they're regular guys.
really
and
are. When's the Air It Out? That's the one everybody can go to, right?
So the Air It Out is going to be on Friday night this year. We're moving it up to Friday night. Last year we had some issues with the weather, and so we're going to put it on Friday.
It'll be 100, but it'll be good weather, right?
Yeah, it'll be beautiful weather in John L. Guidry Stadium.
You'll see the next #1 pick. So
That's right. And all of the proceeds from that event goes directly to Nicholls Athletics.
Right.
So go out there, see some of that top talent, and support Nicholls Athletics at the same time.
Absolutely. Jerad, David, thank you so much. We'll be right back with more Bayou Time after this.